Hi, my name is Ilma, and welcome to my channel. I post blogs every day about the Word of God for 9 straight years. And here's my blog today, which is on James 4, verses 11 to 12. Here's the Word of God. Do not speak against one another, brothers and sisters. The one who speaks against a brother or sister or judges his brother or sister speaks against the law and judges the law. But if you judge the law, you are not a doer of the law, but a judge of it. There is only one lawgiver and judge, the one who is able to save and to destroy. But who are you, judging your neighbor? James 4, 11 to 12. In this letter, James talks about not speaking against brothers or sisters. Does that mean to be in total agreement on everything with one another? Didn't the Bible also tell us to rebuke one another in love? Matthew 18:15 to 17 says that if your brother sins against you, go and tell him his fault between you and him alone. In Galatians 6:1, we hear Paul tells us, brothers, if anyone is caught in any transgression, you who are spiritual should restore him in a spirit of gentleness. Keep watch on yourself, lest you too be tempted. Is James contradicting the other verses when he says not to speak against one another? No, he is definitely not going against them. If people speak to address issues that needs clarification, they must bring it out in the open, just as Solomon advises us in Proverbs 27:5, that better is open rebuke than hidden love. What James is speaking here is that we do not engage in fights or conflicts about differences or to question the law of God just because one wouldn't want to follow it. It is one thing to engage in human reasoning and another thing to bring into light truth when they are distorted, when distortions are being conceived about the law and the truth. We are to rebuke a brother or sister whom we know is sinning and bring them back into truth. We are to, what James is telling here is not to talk to others against another person. We can tell them face to face what needs to be addressed. Talking about it to others will open doors for judgment and more sins. In verse 12, James is cautioning us to judge others. I think he meant judging unbelievers, because Paul says in 1 Corinthians 5:12 to 13, "For what have I to do with judging outsiders? Is it not those inside the church whom you are to judge? God judges those outside. Purge the evil person from among you." I think James points out an important issue here, that if we cannot follow the law, we cannot judge others. Paul states it's clearly that we are responsible only for those who are inside the church. God judges the outsiders. Reflection. Why is open confrontation done in love better than talking about it to others? Well, you know that when you talk to somebody about someone that is not present, who is not present, there is so much room for error in there. There's room for misinterpretation, there's room for a sin of gossip, there's room for putting down somebody or judging someone without them knowing it. So it's important for us to openly confront a brother or sister that we know is being waylaid, or if we are being confused about something in the truth, we need to go to somebody who can bring us back to the truth. Open confrontation is important because when we don't bring out in the open the darkness, it's going to envelop us, it's going to consume us. So it's important for us to, if we have an offense, we go to the person who offended us, or we clarify things and we ask for forgiveness, so that there is no bitterness that is going to stay in our hearts, and that it will not make our hearts hardened and bitter. So I encourage you to take seriously this verses that James is talking about not speaking against each other, because we have a tendency we think it's polite not to tell them, but actually it may be polite, but otherwise it doesn't address the issue. So it's always important for us to bring about something that needs to be talked about in love, in gentleness. Thanks for watching. I hope you check my website at ilma'S.com for artworks, photographs, and a copy of this blog. And I hope you subscribe to my channel on YouTube so I can make more videos for the Lord. Thanks for watching.